This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. It's January the 20th, 2015. The title of this video is called Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill. Bob Marley / Lauryn Hill. Because in time, they will be connected together. And they're already connected together. Lauryn Hill, who is from our great Judaic nation and the House of King David, merged her blood with the Marley family, which I felt at the time was one of the greatest moves she can make to leave show business in Hollywood as we know it and to invest in children and heirs. And she had beautiful 5 children with one of the Marley sons, ROHAN. And I think she has another a son with someone else, I don't know. But we know her as our priestess, and we know her as someone who contributed, you know, socially and spiritually and musically in the hip hop. Now, she's back on tour, doing some tours, and some people say she's late for the show and things like that, and she tries to explain, well, she has to put together a lot to make it to the show. But one thing I want you to understand is that she understands she's on the front line. And a lot of people don't understand spiritual warfare and being on the front line. And that could be frustrating for her, just as it is for me and other people who are on the front line. They're not ducking and shucking. Well, anyway, her relationship with Bob Marley was the move she made to progress the Marley seed. She progressed the Marley seed. And if there is any redemption of the Marley seed, the redemption would be through her. Now, why would the Marley seed need redemption? Because the Marley seed is full of adultery. It's an adulterous seed. First of all, Bob Marley's father committed adultery with his mother. Now, Matthew 5:32 does not blame the woman. It says, if any one of you get out of line, the woman is not blamed. Whoever takes up with her is the blame. So that means Bob Marley's father is the blame for the adulteress. And that's the commandment. That's the commandment number 7, thou shalt not commit adultery. So it's an extremely serious commandment. Very extreme. Now, all praise due to the Most High. On everything I said, because only the Most High deserve all praise. No human being, male or female, deserve any praise, because any gift they got from the Most High as the messenger to do whatever is in the Most High will. That's what I want you to understand. So, and that's true when it comes to Bob Marley. Also, he was considered to be a priestess, and I used to think very highly of reggae music. Now I'm giving it second thought. The reason I'm giving it second thought is because I thought it was, you know, really high frequency music. But now I see that the frequency in there is only temporal. It's only temporal because most of his sons and he himself has sought out low frequency women to commit adultery with. And even Rita Marley's sons are committing adultery with Caucasian women. So this is an adulterous seed, and it is pervasive in their adultery. And so that makes me look at reggae music, since they had the DNA and Bob Marley was the king of reggae, as not being as special as I thought. Because if it had raised Bob Marley frequency, Bob Marley would not have thought he could get away with cheating on Rita Marley and committing adultery with Babylon whores around the world and creating these hybrid children. Rita Marley is the only known wife in the kingdom to Bob Marley. And Bob Marley didn't understand Rita Marley was his protection. It's when he moved away from Rita and started messing with all these Babylon whores, he had no more immunity protections from cancer. Cancer began to eat him up because demons was able to infiltrate him, because Rita Marley was no longer overshadowing him. he was pulling away from her, and he was moving toward Babylon whores who carried demonic energies while he was committing this adultery against his wife Rita Marley and disrespecting her. So that's why I don't praise people and like Bob Marley, or men and women of talent. All talent belongs to the Most High, and anything that moves in a positive realm, it is contribute to the Most High. And so then Lauryn Hill comes in and takes up with the son. Now, I don't know ROHAN Marley, whether his mother is mixed or not. I mean, because like I said, Bob Marley was in a frenzy and he was adulterating all over the place. I mean, filthy and vile. This stuff is filthy and it is vile. It is nothing to take lightly. It turns the kingdom's stomach. And this is why Bob Marley was why he had to die, because he turned on himself. He turned on his own son with all this commitment of adultery and the seventh commandment. And his sons, they don't seem to respect the blackness of the womb of neither Rita Marley or Bob Marley's mother. None of his sons seem to respect the blackness of the womb. Now, of the womb supremacy of the son protections, in that they are congruent because they came from the black woman and she is their true liberation. Now, Lauryn Hill had progressed the seed, and like I said, if any redemption is going to come through it, it's going to come through the Genetic Nation. Now, she put Bob Marley blood in the Holy Covenant Constitution Supreme Contract, which is a real solid move on her part. However, ROHAN Marley has that DNA of the adulterer. And now ROHAN Marley and Lauryn Hill is no longer together, and he's engaged to a white so-called Brazilian woman. And this white so-called Brazilian woman is going to be in these children's lives that are Lauryn Hill, and she has sons that's going to see him with this white woman, and it's going to be violence to their mind, not only to his daughters. His daughters is going to receive it as violence, that their kind is not good enough. They might not say it or express it on a subconscious or a level that you know, but it's the violence and the war. In other words, he is getting ready to declare war on the minds, the bodies, the spirit, the ethereal essence of his own children he has with Lauryn Hill, with this white Brazilian. Now he is parading in front of the world, showing his adulterous whoredom and lack of respect for the black womb. Not only that, his war against the womb. He has taken his face and punched his fist and punched Lauryn Hill in the face, along with her special children that she has had with him. I mean, you have to take this literally, because it is warfare. And and I'm going to leave a link where you can see this man with this woman after dealing with Lauryn Hill and having 5 children with her. It is very extreme to deal with the spirit of Lauryn Hill and then go on a total flesh level. And this flesh level is nothing but Babylon and Satanism. And it is and to be Lauryn Hill and have to have her children subject to this father and this woman, I don't know how she's going to handle it, but if anybody can handle Lauryn Hill could, because I sure couldn't handle it. At this point, I wouldn't want my children anywhere around this. This would be the murder of their brains and the attack on their spirits. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David, and I'm going to leave a link so you can see ROHAN Marley with his new woman, and Lauryn Hill with her children. This is a sad, and this is why I tell you at war. And see, someone said to me, well, I want to do a radio show with you, but I want you to understand that I'm not a feminist. And this was a black woman said this. And this shows that she is so into the traditions of men that she has to tell me that she's not a feminist. And really, just really silly and immature on her part, because I'm the original black womb of the cosmic. I don't have to take on a worldly, infantile label of being a feminist when I'm the original black cosmic womb. And the fact that this woman talk about she gonna have a radio show, but she has to inform me she is not a feminist, is pretty sad. But this shows how black women are still messed up, and this is why they don't understand spiritual warfare. Now, this is an act of war. When you see Roe and Marley with this Brazilian girl, this is an act of war of Satan, and these are Satan's spawns, pawns, and puppets in it. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Look at the links. And like I said, this is an adulterous seed. This is an adulterous seed, and their sons want to see themselves pale. And the sons of Bob Marley want to see themselves pale and want to see themselves with a calcified pineal gland children. This is Mary Omni from the House of King David. Shalom.